Alright, this continues our value problems. So in our value problems, what we're going to do is we're going to set up some tables to help us. And I'm going to show you how to use tables to help you do a lot of different problems. And the way that I want you to set up tables, if you're going to use tables, is to set up the different scenarios that we're seeing the same thing occurring. And so what we're seeing with value problems is a number of independents. So we're going to set up the number of independents in one of the columns, and then the rate of change, the cost per independent essentially, in the second column, and in the last column we set up the total value or the total cost. And these number of people, the independents, times the cost per, the rate of change, is going to be equal to the total cost. So the different scenarios that we have, this times this equals this, and this times this equals this. And sometimes we'll have a multiplication on the bottom row as well, which is a total. Sometimes it won't. It'll just depend. Sometimes we'll just have these totals, and they will just give us the equations. So one of the equations that we get in total value problems or value problems is from the independents adding up. One of the scenarios plus the other scenarios give us a grand total. And then the other that we have is a sum that happens from the total value. So we use the total value problem to give us a number or an expression that we can then total together. So under scenario 1 we have a total value, plus under scenario 2 we have a total value, and that gives us a grand total. So let's go ahead and take a look at example number 29 and see how this scenario is going to work for us. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up the table here, and in this table I'm going to have whatever these things are talking about, and then my independent values, and then my dependent, or my rate of change, and then my grand total, or my total values. So the Fox Theater contains 500 seats, and the ticket prices for a recent show were $43 for adults and $28 for seniors. For one afternoon show, the total money earned by the Fox Theater was $16,805. How many adult and senior tickets were sold? So what we have here is a number of people, right? So number of people, and I'm just going to abbreviate that. And then we have the dollars per person. And then we have a total value, right? And what we have in these is that the number of people times the dollars per is going to give us this total value. Now we have two different scenarios. We have seniors and we have adults. And then we have grand totals. We have grand totals being given to us for both the number of people and for the total values. So now I'm going to fill in this based upon the numbers that were in the problem. So the Fox Theater contains 500 seats. That's how many people they can sell tickets for. And then it says that the show costs $43 per adult ticket, and then it costs $28 per senior ticket. And finally, what we see here is there's no interaction here. It finally tells us that the total money that they earned, which is a total value, is $16,805. Now we have just a few things left to do. First of all, we're going to say, okay, I don't know how many seniors, no problems. I don't know how many adults, no problem. And then we're going to use our total value in order to find the value over here. So this times this equals this. So x times the rate per, 28x. Y times the rate per, so 43y. And then our two equations, like I said before, are going to come from sums here and here. And it's this one that sums, and it's this one that sums. So equation number 1 looks like x plus y is equal to 500, and then my second equation comes from over here, 28x plus 43y is equal to 16,800